Hey everyone, welcome to lesson 191. Let's continue doodling with purpose by reading with purpose. We're up to that point. Pretty cool. All right. This is the stella we're going to be working on this week and probably into next. So much like last time, you can use a determinative to kind of figure it out. And it's a man sitting. Okay, maybe it doesn't work as well. So let's isolate the glyphs that we want to read first. And it's this square box here. Noting that the faces of the animals are looking to the left, it means we're going to be reading this left to right. Always the first thing you want to identify is which direction. And hopefully you recognize that we are reading the offering formula, something we've covered in past lessons. Let's just take a quick kind of refresher. For the moment, let's just focus on the very first line of this stela, all right? So the offering formula, if you recall, Hatiptaniswa, is a compound word made up of three different words, or a compound phrase, if you will, made up of three completely different words. And this phrase is so common, it tends to be one that's you should memorize and it's easy to find. So first we have the shoot and the loaf from Niswa, king. Then we have the offering from Chatip, and then we have the pyramid from die, to give. All those are put together, sort of a conjunction, if you will, and they become Chatipta Niswa. Niswa, again, even though it appears first, it's read last. This is honorific transposition. When you take a letter that signifies royalty or a god and you put it first. All right, so there it is. See, do you recognize it? From this offering, the very first word there, I've drawn a blue circle within the red, or a blue square within the red square or rectangle, whatever you want to call it. The point is, the idea is to recognize these words. All right, our second word there. So I've drawn a blue square around this, and you notice that this word has a tall glyph and then a long glyph. But they go together and they complete the word. How do you know this is a word? Well, it's also a very recognizable one. It's Osiris, which again, we've covered this one. When you see the steps with a I next to it, that's Osiris. And with it appearing next to the offering formula, it's also very recognizable. The third word is the basket without a handle, which I've labeled 3 there. So you see the words 1, 2, and 3. So we have an offering where the king gives to Osiris. And if you recall the offering formula, the next word is Lord. So NB, when it appears before a noun, is Lord. If it appears before it, or after, it's everything. All right, so we know it's Lord. What is it Lord of? Well, the next word here, again, I've sort of drawn a weird circle box around it. We have the column, the X in a circle, and the chick. Now, the X with a circle in it, you hopefully recall, is a major determinative. It's used quite a lot, and recognizing this in a word will actually, again, help you identify the full word. So we all know when you see an X in a circle, that is the universal symbol for Charles Xavier's team of mutant superheroes. And it's also the word for determinative for a town in ancient Egyptian. Now, usually determinatives are at the end of a word. But the reason it's in the middle there is because of graphical transposition. It looks better there versus hanging at the end next to the chick. All right, so that's why that's moved around. So here, there we have the town of Dijou, which, again, you may recognize from previous lessons. All right, so that is word 1, word 2, word 3, and word 4. Does it kind of make sense how we're recognizing these? All right. The fifth word there are 2 tall signs that are next to each other. And once again, we have honorific movement of the letters to honor gods, because this is the word for great god, Neter Ra. And so the full so far is a offering the king gives to Osiris, Lord of Dijou, great god. Now we have the basket without a handle. Once again, same word that we had 2 words ago, nib. Nib before the name of a town or a noun means lord or lord of. So we have Lord of Dijou, and shockingly, the 7th word is another town. How do we know? Because it's got the X-Men symbol again. But this time it appears at the end because graphically it looks better there. Determinatives can move around if it's for aesthetic reasons, graphical transposition. different from honorific transposition, only in the sense it's being done for beauty and not to honor a god or a king word. All right, so that seventh word there, we have abu, which is Abydos, the Egyptian way of saying Abydos, the modern Greek version of the town, and with the town determinative after it. So that gives us our full first sentence, or at least the first line. We'll do the rest of the second sentence next time. So transliterate and translate this, write this out, and work on identifying each separate word. And that is your homework for this week. Next week, we'll hit the rest of this stela that I've crossed off there. Thank you, as always, for tuning in, being part of the class. We could not do this without you. Thank you so much. Always great for a like, a share, and I'll see you guys next week for more doodling with purpose.